Okay, we're going to talk about adverbs now. Really important that we know what an adverb does. We know what an adjective does. It describes a thing, an item, a person, a place. An adverb describes a verb. It tells how something is done. But what I've done for you first is I have 4 examples of adjectives. And we're going to describe each situation with its adjective, but then we're also going to do so with the adverb so that you can see the difference. The first one, we have rápido. Rápido is fast, quick, however you want to word it. So we look at this picture and we've got this guy who's running. Well, apparently according to the speedometer, he's running very, very quickly, right? So we could describe him. We could describe the person by saying, él es rápido. We could describe him as that. Él es rápido. But that's describing him, the person, not describing how he's doing his action. What is the action he's doing? Well, he's running. Okay, so we're going to describe that. So we can come down right below. Él corre rápidamente. Él corre rápidamente. All right, so you can see that we're adding this mente on the end to make our adverbs. That's pretty much like the English ly. If you remember, quickly, slowly, easily, normally, generally, frequently, those are adverbs in English. All right, let's go down to number 2. We've got lenta. We've got lenta. Well, that's the opposite of rápido. It's slow. All right. So we could say la tortuga es lenta because he's slow. The turtle's slow. He's moving at a much slower speed. Okay. So he's slow. That's describing him. But what if we want to say he's running slowly? He's moving slowly. Well, then we have to do that with an adverb. La tortuga corre lentamente. Lentamente. Again, you've got your mente ending, which is just the usual, the normal adverb ending for our adverbs in Spanish. All right, let's take a look at número 3. Número 3, you've got 8 o'clock. Yo como. 9 o'clock, yo como. 10 o'clock, yo como. 11 o'clock, yo como. Well, what's going on there? I'm trying to tell you that I eat frequently. I eat often, okay? So let's use an adjective. Let's just use an adjective here for describing the situation. Es frecuente que como. Oh, missed a letter here. Es frecuente que como. Alright, it's frequent that I eat. Es frecuente que como. Well, let's say I eat frequently. We would just say como frecuentemente. Como frecuentemente. Alright, last one. Got a bottle of water there. That's normally what I drink. Don't drink a lot of sodas. Don't drink a lot of anything else. Drink a lot of water. So, just describing the situation. Es normal que tomo agua. Es normal que tomo agua. Well, let's use an adjective. Let's use an adverb. Let's make normal an adverb. So we would say tomo agua normalmente. Tomo agua normalmente. It's really important that you look at these these adverbs in your book in chapter 4, because there is a list of one-word adverbs as well. Things like muy, bastante, mal, bien, okay? Because when you think about it, whenever I ask you, ¿cómo estás? And you say, estoy bien, You're not saying I'm good, although you're thinking that because that's what comes out a lot in English, just in speech, but it's actually not correct. Okay? You can't you can't say I'm good. You can be good at something, but you can't do good. You do well. Well is the adverb. Okay? So when I say ¿Cómo estás? And you say estoy bien, you're actually saying I'm well. All right? Now let's talk about how we got from these adjectives up here. Let's talk about how we got from there to our adverbs. Well, there's one rule that we have to remember, and that is that if our adverb ends in, if our adjective ends in an O, we have to change it over to an A and add mente. That's why that one became rápidamente. All right. Lenta was already ending in an A because we were talking about la tortuga, feminine, so we described it with a feminine adjective. But you can have lento. Lento is also an adjective, but if we're going to change it into an adverb, we change the O to an A and add mente. So it became lentamente. Basically what I'm telling you is you will never have an O and then mente. You will never add mente directly to your adjectives with an O. You've got to change it to an A. Now with these, it ended in E. Frecuente doesn't need any changing. Okay? We just add mente. If it ends in E, inteligentemente. If you do something intelligently, you do it inteligentemente. There's no change. Normal, it ended in a consonant. So words like general will become generalmente. Normal becomes normalmente. Okay? Take a look at the pages in your book to focus on the one-word adjectives. You'll see that list there, and you'll recognize some of those words because it's some that we've seen before. But the big thing to remember here is that adverbs describe how people do things, if they do them well, if they do them poorly, if they do them quickly, slowly, frequently, normally, generally. And that if your adjective ends in O, you've got to change it to A and add mente. You will never have lentamente. You won't. You will never have rapidamente. You won't. You'll need lentamente or rapidamente. Those aren't the only two, of course. There are plenty, but those are just the two easiest examples to give you guys. Okay? Best of luck learning the adverbs and use them in your own day-to-day goings on. Whenever you see someone doing something, if you recognize that verb, say that they are doing that well, or they are doing that quickly, they are doing that slowly. And that way to drive the point home and you can have an association to make. All right? Best of luck.